appears that we have a quorum present with only one member being absent. I'd call for approval of the minutes, which have been sent out to you. I'll entertain a motion that we approve the minutes.
So moved.
Been moved and seconded. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? If not, all those in favor of approving the minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Minutes are approved. Payment of claims. Entertain a motion that we approve the claims which were sent out to you by email.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion, questions regarding the claims? If not, all those in favor of approving the claims, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The claims are approved for payment. Mr. Salisbury.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening.
I don't know if you look at your past reports, you'll see that there's been some changes in those unbilled metered water numbers. We made some adjustments after the last meeting where we had some discrepancies in the numbers, and I had some missing data that has now been plugged in there, so those numbers should be up to date. Getting right into the rest of the report here, we had our pre-bid meetings for the Richart and the Sumac water main projects on May the 12th. Went very well attended. Site visits were made at Richart. Haven't heard from any of the contractors to go out to Sumac yet, but I was off last week, so I don't know if they might have went out there without my knowledge. But at any rate, we look forward to getting some good bids back on that. We're working actually with the controller's office, getting ready to roll out our new e-billing features. Also making some progress on e-permitting and other issues to enhance the options available to our customers for viewing billing history and stuff like that, and eventually even being able to pay online. And as well as do permitting, trying to streamline that process, water permitting, sewer permitting, get that stuff done a lot quicker, get a lot more information out to them. And I did have one in the meeting minutes. It said we were going to replace 5 lift stations. That actually should have said lift station pumps. You know, the sewer's doing okay, but it's not doing that okay. We can't replace 5 lift stations, although I can think of 5 that we probably should. At any rate, we are also been doing a lot of work on the website, trying to get that rearranged and ease the navigability, and actually going to start getting a lot more content out there as well for people. So other than that, it's business as usual. Had a few leaks here and there we've got fixed. Fortunately, have gotten through, I think, the heaviest part of the rain.
I had a couple of things, Scott. You referred back to the minutes, and you was looking back at the adjustments. In parentheses, we see a different amount. Is that what you was referring to for some changes that was in?
No, I was referring into my performance data in the unbilled metered water, or unbilled unmetered water.
Oh, okay. The other thing I looked at, I thought it was interesting. On the bids, the note was that we had more people to show up after it was published in the Indianapolis Star on the 4th and the 11th. Seemed surprised that we would have that much interest in the contract. At the bottom of the page of your report, it says the pre-bid meetings were conducted on May the 12th, and the Lawrence utility staff said there was a very good turnout for both projects. So
Yes. I mean, As far as the Sumac water main, I mean, we had three big contractors come in here. I mean, for the smaller water main job like that, that was a pretty good turnout. Plus, there's probably a lot that will bid who wouldn't necessarily come to a pre-bid meeting on a project of that nature. So, but generally, I mean, it was the contractors that showed up reflect a lot of interest in the project. So I think we'll have some good competitive bids going on.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So that is good then. That would be.
Oh,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's all I had. I had one more thing. Okay.
Go right ahead.
On the website, you say you've got interns working on it. So I guess the biggest benefit is allowing our Spanish customers to be able to go online to pay their bills. Is that?
Well, a lot of the information that we have that pertains to like your responsibilities and obligations as a property owner, you know, like, okay, this is broke, who's responsible to fix it? Our policy and procedure manual is one of the big documents that's going to get translated into Spanish and put up on the website for our Spanish-speaking customers.
That's good.
Yeah.
So when will that be completed?
Soon?
By the end of the summer.
The interns are working out of Jason's office.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the interns are students that,
Yeah, I believe the college, right, level?
Yes, we had 6 interns come on board 2 weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
So they all are college undergraduates. They all have a finance and accounting major, at least as far as what they're pursuing now. We did luck into one who not only has an interest in finance and accounting, but is fluent in Spanish. And so his task, among others, will be what Scott said, to help us translate a lot of things for the public into Spanish. He has not begun that yet because he's only been here 2 weeks, so we're kind of getting them acclimated to our systems. And but they've been doing work right away from day one, so we're pretty excited about it, and it's going to be a great benefit, I think, to the city.
Quick question, where are the interns from? What school?
We have one from Ball State. We have a couple from IUPUI and then a couple from IU Bloomington. And we did seek out pretty much all of the surrounding, we went to Butler, we went to Marion, we went to University of Indianapolis, Ball State, IUPUI, and then the ones from Bloomington found us, so.
Well, I'm gonna do a shameless plug. I'm a graduate of Martin University.
Okay.
And I hope that will be considered in the future.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Jason,
Yes.
are all the internship positions filled already?
They are. I wouldn't rule out if the right candidate came through that we could add another.
Okay, so these are paid internships?
Correct.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep.
That is right.
Jason, I know that some interns are paid and some are not. Are ours paid?
These are paid. And a shameless plug as well, we actually have one who is a repeat intern. He came here last year and he was awesome, and he actually wasn't scared away with working with us, so he's back for year number 2.
Good.
Just curious.
Yep.
There's a photo of them and their names and their schools on the website and under the news section if anybody wants to look at them. They'll be able to know more about them, their names and stuff.
Great.
All right, anything else? Thank you. Okay, under unfinished business, we have the reminder of the June 1st special meeting to open bids at 5:30 p.m. So would encourage you all to be here for that. Don't believe we have any other unfinished business.
Mr. Chairman, if I could update, I just received information today from SRF. They've requested that we get all of the documentation, draft documentation to them by May 30th. which is next Tuesday, and we are progressing to be targeted on our pre-closing about the 11th of June, and then closing on the 21st. I'll confirm that tomorrow, and then give everybody an update of when that financing will take place. Okay? Thanks.
Great, thank you. So we seem to be moving along here as we had hoped. Okay, new business. We have a covenant, this is a standard covenant for lot number 60, 5832 Buskirk Drive, and that's lot 60 in Lawrence Villages. And we have a covenant for approval for lot 65, which would also be Lawrence Villages, I believe, 6547 Haddocks Court. I would entertain a motion that we approve those covenants.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded.
Yes, second.
Any discussion? If not, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Those covenants are approved. Account adjustments.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I just have one. 9927 Alexia Drive, customers requesting an adjustment in the sewer portion of the bill in the amount of $2,382.02 due to a service line leak that was repaired, and we do recommend approval.
Entertain a motion that we approve this account adjustment.
So moved.
Second.
And moved and seconded. Is there any question or other discussion?
How much was the water bill portion of that?
I don't know the total. Let's see, just a
That was
little.
quite a leak.
One month was $618.50, one other month was $1,035.54, the other month was $776.47.
They let it go 3 months without realizing they had a leak?
I think it was more about getting it repaired. They were notified by a letter from us that their meter indicated a leak, and they started investigating, and time they got it repaired.
Okay.
But it is fixed.
It would be pretty scary,
Yes,
water bill.
Yeah.
and they pay the water.
I've got a question about that. When we notify a customer that there is an unusually high bill, that's when we send them a letter?
We do a courtesy letter. It's not
Okay.
something that we have to do, but
Okay.
when the meter indicates a leak after we've read the meters, we send a courtesy letter to the customer that they potentially have a leak.
Okay. And they're not, are they under any obligation to respond in a more timely manner?
No.
You would think that after the first or second month, like the third month, well, you got to pay it all.
We send if the leak continues for 3 months consecutive, we don't send any more letters after the third letter until 6 months, and if the leak then reoccurs, then we'll start sending letters again.
Should we, as a board, put a limit on how much time you have to fix a leak like that?
Seems like it would help
That
us.
seems reasonable to me because that doesn't make us operate efficiently or effectively to pay this kind of bill after they were notified. I understand they may have had maybe some financial challenges or whatever to take care of it, but then it falls back on us.
Council, what's your
That's,
thought?
yeah, that's never been.
Well, I think what we've got is the incentive because of the excessive billings for them to act. I mean, if they're paying for water leakage and it's an ongoing situation, that's the incentive to get them to fix it. I don't know that we can necessarily force them to fix a leak on their property if it's a leaky toilet or a leaky water heater or whatever it might be, if they're willing to pay the water charge, which is, you know, ultimately the cost, our cost is being charged to them and they're paying for it. We might relook the policy as it relates to ongoing leaks that are then being credited by sewage reductions. And
They're
that-
only
that's
allowed
the
one leak
part.
per calendar year adjustment. So if this customer would have another leak in their line that did not enter the sewer, they would not be available to get another adjustment for that
1 year.
calendar year. That's one per
Okay.
calendar year.
I mean, this is probably second or third time we've had people drag on for several months.
I mean, it happens. Some people have difficulty in paying to get it repaired. Some people are dealing with insurance to get it repaired. Some people just ignore it. I mean, we can't completely dictate to them that they have to fix something.
Scott, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I kind of agree with Jim. The incentive is the fact that they're paying for all that water. If the water is, the nature of the leak, if it's not going down the sanitary sewer, you know, then, you know, the adjustment seems reasonable. Now, if we are in a case where, you know, we've notified them it's the same leak, obviously been going on for 6 months, then maybe we do have some kind of trigger there that says, okay, and, you know, at this point, you know, we're gonna stop the sewer adjustment too in order to encourage you to get this fixed. But as Kathy points out too, a lot of people do struggle to come up with the kind of money it takes to hire a contractor these days.
Have we had any that's drug on that long?
Not that I can think of.
I mean, I can't pinpoint certain addresses, but I mean, people have leaks, they have toilet leaks, but they can't get adjustments for those. These big ones, I mean, this customer's paying some serious money just for the water. And we know that that water did not enter our sewer system. So to me, it's really not hurting us to give this sewer adjustment. If they let it go on for a year, but then, you know, then you're still only going to adjust the last 3 highest months. They can't get it for a year's worth of adjustments. They can only get the 3 highest months of the consumption.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we only adjust the 3 highest readings.
So going forward, then, they are going to be paying the extra high water bill plus the extra high sewer bill on
Right.
top of that.
Okay,
That's true.
fair enough.
I mean, I had a gentleman very upset with me today because his mother's toilet was leaking for a month and we can't adjust her bill. But, I mean, we just do not do toilet leaks because we treated the water to provide to them and we treated the water that went down that sewer. So the only thing we adjust is water that does not hit the sewer. Which, I shouldn't say water, yes, the water that does not enter into the sewer.
How many of the notices would you say you send out?
We send out a lot of leak letters on a monthly basis. I report those monthly. You haven't had your report handy?
No, I do not.
But we do track how many we mail a month.
For the most part, people pay the sewer and the water bill together. It's
Oh,
a
yes.
little higher.
I mean, we don't separate their payment as it comes in. We don't separate or dictate where it goes, it's split it by
They
third.
just pay it and don't even worry about it.
Well, some do, some don't. Some just get turned off, and then they have to pay it in full to get it back on.
Huh.
Just depends. We have a variety.
So this is a residential adjustment, right?
Yes, we don't do commercial adjustments.
2,000. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean, this customer's being hit pretty hard on the water already. So,
Anything further? Well, if not, All those in favor of making the adjustment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The adjustment is approved.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Remonstration of ratepayer disputes regarding disconnect notice. I don't believe we have any of those today. Citizen comments. Seeing none, I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you all for being here.